This is a fundamental for weight management and overall health when it comes to fitness in the long term. You have to set performance goals. Now, I understand everyone's different. I understand that everybody may have different forms of exercise that they do or different ways of doing things. But there needs to be a transition that happens from you focusing on the visual side of things. So what you weigh, what you look like in the mirror, and less focused on that and more focused on what is happening internally and what is happening from a performance standpoint. Because over time, you'll get this. All you got to do is manage your calories better. It takes time, but once you get your visual changes that you want and you want to look the certain way that you want, there'll be a period of where you stop doing the things that got you here because you've achieved this. Now, the goal of making something that will last 10, 20, 30 years and make you healthier in the long term is something where you play the infinite game. So if you look at sports like martial arts, you look at sports like golf, you look at sports like darts, they're all fine motor skills that will never ever be completed. Gymnastics is another one, where there's always something to learn, a new skill to learn every single time. The way that you hit the ball in tennis, or the way that you hit a golf shot, or the way that you dance, or whatever it is. It gives you an always learning next step mentality. Whereas if you focus on the visuals, they don't come as fast as what you want. So when you hit that golf shot the right way in when you're practicing the golf, you'll know that it goes the distance. You've hit it very, very well. But when you've conquered the fat loss part and you're in the shape that you want to, you're not going to see many visual changes over the short term. You could look the same for 4 to 6 months before you start seeing any muscle or shape differences. And that will leave you with lots of negative demotivation. You won't want to go to the gym because you're not seeing any short-term gratification. And therefore, you'll start slipping on your nutrition. You start slipping on the things that got you there. But the way to make this an infinite game is that you focus on performance in anything that you do. So you can take your training, and the best thing I can advise for any female that is watching this, or any male that is going into the gym because they want to get fitter, or they want to, not get fitter, but they want to lose fat and they want to look better, is that instead of going to the gym to look, get better looking and to get the fat off, you go in the gym with the mindset of that you want to self-improve in the exercises that you're doing. And like I said in the other video, there's so many different ways for long-term fitness, and there's so many different ways to do resistance training, so many different ways to do exercise in general. But the one thing that separates those that will do it for 1 year, 6 months, or 3 months versus the people that will continue to do it for 5 to 10 to 15 years will be those that have a performance indicating mentality. So as a person who is now getting into this, start this early. The earlier you can start this, the better it'll be from a mental side of things. There's nothing better from a mental confidence side of things and a mental health side of things when you are pushing yourself and you are improving, and you can see that improvement time and time again. And that will last you forever. You can always improve in some way, shape or form. When resistance training, when doing exercise, you can always have that culture. And once you have that culture inside yourself and you have that ability to go to the gym, look at your logbook, open up the app and see, your press ups on your knees, you did 5 last time. This time you get 6. This time you get 7. And that performance culture and that performance relation will drive you in the long term to come back to the gym every single time. Because some days you'll feel fat and some days you'll feel like you're not wanting to go. But then if you get that performance and you're like, I need to go because I want to get that extra 1 rep, or I want to get that feeling of going and achieving something better, you'll go and you'll feel much more motivated to go, and it'll be something that lasts a long time. So if you are starting and you're watching this video less than 2 or 3 weeks in, or you're on the journey somewhere, set some performance targets for yourself. I can help you do that, but it's about you finding stuff that you find rewarding and doing that and repeating it. So if it's you want to do your first pull-up, or you want to bench press 100 kilos for 6, or you want to press up, go into the weights area and do a dumbbell press, or you want to hip thrust 60 kilos, whatever it is that you have to find what's right for you, and then you can reverse back off that. So even if you just want to take one step forwards every single session and have that performance of, okay, I did 6 last time, let me get 7 this time. Or I did 6 last time, they weren't great form, so what I'll do is I'll get 6 again or 7, but I'll do it with really, really good form. That performance culture will last you 20 to 40 years, and it'll also transcend into different areas of your life. If you're now more performance related within your training, you'll be more performance related when you get to work and you do things on that front as well, because you see that gratification, you see that step ladder, and that step ladder will guide you towards being able to do this for a very long period of time.